Super Set Kid, aka Mr. Get Your Tank Top Ready. Come to talk to you fine people today about something that's shoe related, but not really shoe related.
Right.
So me and my boy was just sitting here having a little conversation about, TV shows and sneaker culture.
Yeah.
And I was basically having a conversation with him. I was like, bruh, you remember how back in 07 everybody acting crazy about them 6 rings, them red and black during that time? And he was like, I was like, how do we get to this point where people talk so bad about the Team Jordans when we know that everybody was going crazy for these, a while back? And then he was talking about Kadeem Hardison, right? He was talking about, hell, even Kadeem Hardison wore the Jumpman Pro, what was a major shoe back in the day.
Right.
Finish telling you tell him, my boy.
Yeah, Kadeem Hardison, because, okay, all right. I'm not gonna claim it, even though I got a good idea that I was, but I ain't gonna say I was.
Everything timestamped, my boy.
Yeah, I came out when I first got on here.
Yes, you did.
I talked about Kadeem Hardison.
3 years ago.
My personal favorite TV character that don't get the credit.
Say it again. I know
don't get the credit.
I already know you finna go with this.
If you know, then you know. Mr. Flip Up Glasses, Dwayne Wayne. Listen. This shoe, the 4s, the 3, the 2s. The 2s.
Yeah, the 2s.
And if you go back, even if you go back to the 1s, do the right thing and all that stuff. He was wearing them all before. And he was wearing them after that. You go like them 12s that came out today, the Cherry 12s.
Yeah.
Between brothers, he was on the Chicago Bulls shorts with the 12s on. Like he had it all. But
and Dwayne Wayne, as far as the heat he had on his feet back then. But I think that sometimes you got to separate the person from what they show on TV.
Yeah.
And just seeing him, it's like, nah, that's really him. Like, it ain't Dwayne Wayne, that's Kadeem Hardison coming like that. Because Kadeem, like we talked about, Jumpman Pros. I had a pair of Jumpman Pros.
Of course
OG.
I did. Of course I did.
White, black, and gold. But Kadeem, after a different world, he was on a show called Between Brothers. Press photos and stuff like you see him. You got the white, black, and blue ones. The white.
I had the white and blue. And I had the red and black.
Red and black. So he had I think I saw him in the black and blue ones. Maybe the red and black. I know for sure I saw Jamie Foxx on the episode on one episode of the Jamie Foxx show. He had the black and red ones, and he had the black and blue ones on. So Jumpman Pros were, and you know what? That was one of those shoes that kind of really got it going. To me, it was them 3. It was Jumpman Pros, because people was hooping in them. Like when I won one first day of school, 7th grade, I was like, man, them Jordans, are they Kevin Garnett's? I say, man, they Jumpman
Yeah, I remember
Pros.
that Kevin Garnett thing. Even when I wore mine, everybody used to say that. Yep.
Jumpman Pros, but between them, the Vin Baker, like the Pro Strongs.
I knew you were finna say the Vin Baker.
Vin Baker, the Pro Strongs, that was a popular shoe. And then the Team Jordan, like that. I think the name of the shoe was Team Jordan.
Team Jordan.
Like at the front of it, one side was black, one side was white.
What's he wearing?
Teddy's wearing the official Cincinnati team game uniform with a hooded vest, which kind of symbolizes toughness, but we don't want it to be tough. We want to make sure that when he comes from working out, that all the heat that's coming out of his head, it doesn't sit.
Exactly.
You look good, Teddy.
You look good. Come on over. Mark Middleton. Come on out, Mark. How are you? Good to see you. Mark is styling over there in a warm-up outfit, the official game warm-up vest, authentic cotton shorts, and the team cap. The sneakers are the new Jordan Team Authentics in white. Hey, Mark, spin her out for us, would you? All right.
Like, Tony Kukoc was hooping in them Team Jordan. So I don't know, man. I think that as long as it has some style, it'd be cool. But definitely when I saw, because that was like we talked about inspiration. TV was my thing. I was, man, that was my thing. Like if I saw somebody popular with like people talk about Marlon is another one. Like I think Marlon, that was a Marlon
He just
thing.
started to get his due to people.
Yeah, that he's another one. Like he would wear a lot of different stuff, like a lot of different stuff. And it's like I was seeing like, man, those gotta be it right there. Those gotta be. But the Jumpman Pros, man, them joints with no slouches, man. I think man, you know what though? I take that back. One time, I had my Jumpman Pros on, and some girl tried to clown me because she said it was fake Jordans.
Never heard it my whole time having them on.
Somebody tried.
Never heard the whole time having them on.
Somebody tried to clown me, and then some other people I knew, like personally, was there when it was going on. They were like, "What are you talking about? Them real?" And then she was like, "Oh, my bad."
Yeah.
So yeah,
never heard it.
You played yourself on that one, but yeah, that was. I honestly don't know, but I think the answer to my question, the only thing I would say is maybe because of the style, because I can't say. You know what I'm saying? Because MJ he done wore a couple questionable kicks himself.
Yes.
But could you see him wearing those 6 rings playing ball hooping them?
The truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be out of your goddamn mind.
If y'all be honest, yes. I could possibly see him back then in 07.
It could.
I'm not talking about now. So please take today's vision off you.
Okay.
I'm talking about 07 when you seen people acting crazy. And the only reason why I wasn't like that, once again, I'm not being braggadocious, I had the 01 damn retro.
Yeah.
The red and black 11.
Yeah.
So when everybody acting crazy about them, I had the real thing, as you want to call it.
Right.
So I wasn't really getting all hyped up about them because I still had my Jordan, my 11s.
Man,
but I'm telling you, it was madness back then.
Man, my mama, I wish I knew the name of it. I really wish I knew the name of it. Because I took my mama to the mall when the 2019 version of the playoff, the Bread 11 came out. And my mama, we got them for her. Got her the Bread 11s. And my mama, she just turned 60.
Yeah.
So she was in her early 50s at that point. So she sat on them. And she works on the road, like she drives throughout the day and end up dropping by Hibbett. And she saw something she liked, so we got the shoes from Foot Locker. She ended up taking those shoes back to Foot Locker, returning them. And she got 2 pair of like these team Jordans, 1 pair of black and red.
Cause that's what she like.
1 pair of white and black. And I ain't even get mad. She told me I got 2 for the price of 1.
Well, that's why I say you can't even get mad. Like you said,
I wasn't tripping.
I think if we leave kids alone, and I think if we leave people alone, I think a lot of people will pick a lot of these shoes. Yeah. Call it what it is. Listen, I'm not an advocate for one way or another, but I feel like this. I feel like y'all only tell part of the story. Y'all talk about sneakers on television.
Right.
Because y'all know it was a variety. And yes, Team Jordans were on people's feet.
On people's feet, yeah, for sure.
It ain't no question about it that Team Jordans on people's feet. So when you start talking about these people, when you start talking about Kadeem Hardison, you start talking about Martin, you start talking about these folks, tell the whole story.
Yeah, because I even seen, what's the movie? God, it's the 6 Man.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say the 6 Man.
Seen he had the black and red, the playoff lows, they call them IE, the playoff lows. He had those on in that movie. I think that was just him. You know what I mean? It was just like, no matter what he was in, it is
no movie. That's how you know it's a Kadeem thing. Yeah. It ain't a Dwayne Wayne thing.
Yeah.
The man was like, I'm gonna get you sucker.
With the 3s on.
With the 3. To the point when of course I'm looking at the movie with my mama, she said, oh, he got y'all shoes on.
Yep. And
like
white man can't get jumped.
White man can't jump, got the 6s on.
Yeah.
So it ain't, like I said, look at me, I'm gonna be honest. It was normal for me to see these type of shoes all the time, not just on television. But keep in mind, my shoe partner is a lot younger than me. Like 8 years younger than me. So he was sitting there watching all that all the time. Sure. So he watched Kadeem Hardison. He watched all these people. Like I said, it was just a normal thing for me to see that on television because it went out the blue.
Right.
Because you got to think about the times you talking about. You're talking about mid-90s. I had started seeing this in 1988 when I started watching Yo MTV Raps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had been sitting there watching every single rapper had these Jordans on, had all this type of stuff on. Right. And then the parents got upset because people were getting killed for Jordans. Yeah. And then he brought out Team Jordan. Right. He made a cheaper shoe. And now what we looking at, I want to say, well, it lasted a while. I would say maybe 14, 15 years later, now y'all clowning the shoes that they made because people couldn't afford the other ones.
But you know what? The quiet as it kept.
They high.
Them Jumpman Pros, shoot, I think I had just crossed over into wearing a men's size shoe when the Jumpman Pros came out because my dad, he said yours cost a little bit more than theirs. I think them shoes might have been about $115, between $110 and $115.
They were.
Yeah.
Because I bought both pair.
Yeah.
And when I bought both pair at the time, I bought the white and blue ones, and they was like everything. Yeah. Like when I tell you them white and blue ones, when I put them on, they were like everything to a lot of people. Everybody like, oh, he got the new Jordans.
Yeah.
Only people who were really into shoes back then say, oh nah, them Jumpman, they're the Jumpman. Them the Jumpman.
Yeah.
But for the most part, everybody look at your foot and say, oh, he got the new Jordans on.
You ain't lying.
And but so you talking about $25, $30 at, well, not even $30, $25 cheaper. So that ain't
with the same tech.
Yeah, that ain't a whole. Yeah, they ain't. But no, I do remember them shoes were pretty comfortable, soft leather, like country crop, soft leather. But you know what though, man? The girl I was dating in high school, man, she had those women's Jordans. And they was just like Jordans to her, you know what I mean? Cause they kind of reminded you of the 13s.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. They just retroed them, didn't
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
When my daughter was playing basketball in high school, I tried to get her to get them because we were just out buying basketball shoes. She didn't want to hear them. She just wanted to get some. I think she wanted to get some Nike, some KDs or something like that. But I tried, you know what I'm saying? But that because I thought it was a dope shoe, but I guess she might have been looking at it through the same lens of other people. Like them might not be it.
Them ain't the one.
But I tried.
But the people on them now, man. I mean, like I said, it was like I say, Homeboys and Outer Space was a series y'all could see. Y'all could find those type of shoes. Yeah. It wasn't no type of series or something that you see on television. It was normal. Like I say, when people talk about this stuff now, like dog, it was normal. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you now, we ain't watching no Seinfeld. So he ain't lying. I don't know what these people talking about. Like, listen, I see he got heat on feet, but I could not tell you that because I ain't watching no Seinfeld.
Man, I'm gonna tell you another one. Smart guy, and I was listening to.
I heard that too. He was talking about how they had to get the permission to be able to put them on.
I remember T.J. Henderson had them black and red 12s on, like which is man, and that shoe. I'm gonna tell some stories about that shoe down the line. That shoe, you know, it might have been, if not, I know the black and red 11 one when it hit East Bay, that thing was sold out as soon as it hit. But that black and red 12, like a lot of people were going crazy for that shoe too. It wasn't easy to get.
That red and white wasn't no joke when it was first. When that red and white cherry first hit, when it first dropped back in the days, that's when I told you I had got my little heart hurt, boy. And for real.
Okay.
Because Jordans had been such a big splash with that red and black 11. It's like everybody wanted the 12. And so when you came with that red and white one, man, I was like, oh, snap. Them then came out. Man, I go to the mall, boy, done, gone. Like them shoes, the only ones, like I say, that sat around a little bit was when we started getting to 14. That's when things started sitting around a little bit. Yeah. But even the ones that everybody like now that he got games, you could get those a few weeks after, but you wasn't getting them flints and you wasn't getting them chairs and damn sure wasn't getting them breads at 13 back then. Not at all. But yeah, man, you know, like I said, and like I said, it was pop culture because everybody had it. Like we still talking about, you know, I get it. I understand a lot of y'all talk about these TV shows and everything, but dog, this was just the norm. This was regular. Like to see the shoes you had on feet, and I see now things have changed so much because now your movie stars and your stars are wearing these designer. Yeah. Back then they were wearing the same stuff you were wearing, so it wasn't. We never looked at it like that.
Yeah, shoot, man. You know what? Speaking of them flints, I can rattle off an episode right now. If you watch the Steve Harvey show, where said got the Teacher of the Year, they let him win. He started tricking. At the beginning of the episode, there's a girl in there with the flints on.
See, you be
I can rattle it off, man. Because I still watch that stuff though. Because that's what I grew up on, man. I grew up on WGN or WB, excuse me. Yeah. The Steve Harvey show, Jamie Foxx. And the Wayans brothers used to come on back to back like that. You know what I'm saying? Back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I was a little too older then. I was too busy out there. I was doing adult things. That's the reason why I can tell you more about a different world. I was a lot younger during that time.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of adult things, I think I was just having this conversation with my mom the other day. Like, you know, they have some jokes on TV. And I used to watch TV all the time. And you hear people laughing and you didn't get it. Yeah, like, case in point. Like, people talk about Martin. And it's an episode of him telling everybody secrets. And Gina told him, like, you know, Pam, whenever she wants something, she wears this tight dress and it looked like she want to get it ready. He said, oh, you know what? I know that dress. The last time she wore it, I got a raise. I didn't understand it then, but I got it.
So you got it now?
Yeah, I got it now. But yeah, man, like, I think that that designer, because that's most of the kids, they be having on stuff I ain't never seen before. And I'm like, man, what is that? You know, it ain't attractive to me either. Well, they can do their own thing.
Yeah. They got their own thing. Yeah, but doing, man. And like I said, they're not gonna. You can't continue wearing the same stuff we used to wear back in the days. I understand it can't be like that. Hell, when my parents was young, they wore Stacks. You know what I mean? They would wear stacks. Yeah.
Now you got me because I ain't never heard of them.
Man, that's the platform shoe would be like this right here back in the days. If you look at any of them 70 exploitation film, you will see.
Yep.
And then in the 80s, you know what I mean? People start wearing more of your Puma, your Adidas, your Converse, and all that type of stuff. And we went to Nike in the 90s. Like I said, it's gonna keep on changing. It's gonna be like that. But the only thing I just want is don't forget the history.
Right.
Don't try to change history.
Message.
That's the biggest thing. Don't try to change the history because it's there. It's
Right.
there. I mean, we living in it. It is what it is. I mean, a lot of older people right now are talking about how it was back in the days and certain things. And I really think a lot of older people who was actually really buying and purchasing a lot of this stuff, not the ones who pretend like they buying a lot of this stuff back in the day. I think the ones who were really buying this stuff back in the day really should come out, talk about the situation, talk about the vibe, talk about how it was, because, you know, of course, it's some youth who are really listening to us when it comes to this shoe thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they can't just get it all from television.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Because there are people, it's a lot of people out there who done this. It's a lot. Y'all be so surprised how many older people who still got a bunch of this stuff in their house who are not talking.
Man, it's a dude that I talked with, Mr. Davis. Mr. Davis got stuff, man. He got some stuff. Like, he got some stuff.
And how old is he?
Got to be about 76, 75.
Hey, what you think? Man, I already know.
He got some stuff. And the craziest thing about it is, at his age, he still be wearing it. He still be wearing it. I took a picture of Mr. Day. I went to go drop by his classroom because I want to introduce my daughter to him because Mr. Davis was a cool dude.
Yeah.
Went by his classroom. Mr. Davis got 1 foot up with the Citrus 7s. Now, this is the Citrus 7s before they last retro. He had the ones from 2007, and they still look brand new. Like, still look brand new. Yeah,
You gotta love it, bro.
Yeah,
You got to love it.
Yep.
You got to
But
love it.
also, too, now he's one, because, you know, we deal with raffles, and he was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. If I can't go to the store and get him,
second that emotion, sir.
I'm not doing it. and with him, I understand. Like, man, listen, I ain't at my age. I ain't got time for all that, man. I just want to go to the store and get them. That's it.
I second all of that. What you're saying.
Right.
Wasn't part of the whole what it was when they sit there and be waiting all night on those shoe and doing all that.
Yeah.
I've never experienced none of that.
Yeah.
Never had to do none of that. So
Man.
I consider myself a little lucky.
I think the internet is probably one of the best things to happen to the world and one of the worst. Because imagine having the doggone try to get online at 10 o'clock with dial up. Man, you be dead, man.
Yeah,
you can't, you gotta go to the store, man. So I think that's why you should be able to still do both.
Well, the store was an experience. We talked about that often, man. The store was just an experience to be able to get up, leave, go to the store, walk through the mall, walk to whatever your shoe store was. Pretty much just like Cheers. Whoever that know your name because you go so much. So like I say, it was just different times. Like I said, times pass. I get it, you know. But as much as people love to talk about, like I said, we just talking. Y'all know we talking about shoes. As much as people love to talk about how much, you know, that's over with, I'm in these malls. I was at that mall of Georgia. I was in the mall yesterday.
Yeah.
People are shopping these malls. Everybody's not shopping online.
Oh, yeah.
So, because I can tell you right now, it is shoes that is available online that's not available in stores.
Right.
And I've seen this for myself.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, don't always just think that it's all about this new thing, because a lot of people are still living in the past. Let's be real. It's a lot of people still living in the past. Everybody, I mean, me too. Yeah. So everybody ain't just moving on and just in a hurry to say, oh yeah, we just gonna buy everything online, because that's not it.
Right.
Got anything else to talk to him about, my boy?
No, man. What I will say is this right here, man. With the, you know, just the works cited, man. Make sure y'all give credit where credit is due, man. And y'all know who I'm talking to. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, because that was a Kadeem nugget. I bet a lot of people ain't know that Kadeem nugget right there when they be saying the shoes he done wore.
I guarantee you, it's everybody and their mama about to find out. Now, it's starting to come here, there, and every freaking way.
Say it again, my boy. But always remember over here, keep the body tight, feet right. Later.